founder of InterpreMed.com. I'm a Spanish telephonic and video remote medical interpreter, and I'm fully certified by NPCMI and CCHI. I'm also a trainer, coach, and producer of educational materials for interpretation practice.
And I am Kelly. I'm the co-founder of InterpreMed. I'm an on-site medical interpreter in the greater Richmond, Virginia area, interpreter trainer, and producer of educational materials for interpreters. I'm certified also by both the National Board of Certified Medical Interpreters and the Certification Commission for Healthcare Interpreters as well.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. So we are extremely happy to announce our new project, Academy at InterpreMed. Kelly and I have been working very hard behind the scenes on creating this website where we are going to offer our online CEU courses for interpreters looking to get recertified or learn about different interpreting skills, such as medical terminology, ethics and standards, note-taking, etc. Most of these courses are approved by NBCMI and CCHI and are taught by the InterpreMed team, Kelly and I. So let's talk a little bit about the concept of the Academy at InterpreMed. So we have a novel concept for online learning. As teachers and lifelong learners, we believe that courses should be accessible to everybody and accommodate each student's learning style. We aim to do this by combining the best qualities of self-paced and live classes with digital resources, as well as practice exercises for independent learning.
So I've actually really wanted to offer self-paced continuing education courses for medical interpreters, namely in the area of medical interpreting ethics. I started comparing and contrasting the three main medical interpreting codes of ethics and what they say about specific ethical principles. And I feel like this is a fairly, like we said, a novel concept. I've never really seen anyone examine medical interpreting codes of ethics in this way or in such depth. And I feel like this really embodies the spirit behind the academy that Nanji and I have created. We really want to have our own space to offer never before seen CEU courses instead of just covering the same topics the same way and just scratching the surface. Nanji and I are absolutely dedicated to providing interpreters with the best resources to help them be the best interpreters they can be to better serve the communities they interpret for.
Okay, awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Kelly. So now we're going to talk about the features that our Academy at InterpreMed offers. So our URL website is academy.interpremed.com, and we are going to give you a brief overview of the different features that our Academy offers.
Yes, let's go ahead and get started. So this is our new fancy logo for the Academy at InterpreMed. And we're going to go ahead and start off looking at the course shop. So to start off with, this is actually the front page of our website. So if you go up to the top here where it says courses shop, click on that guy, it'll bring you to our course shop. So in the course shop, as of right now, we have two categories. We have ethics and note-taking. Now we only have one of these in each category right now, but we plan on adding a whole bunch more courses in the future, a whole bunch more categories, medical terminology, certification exam prep, laws and regulations. So when we go here to the note-taking category, you can see that Nanji has her course Structuring Techniques for Consecutive Note-Taking. 5-star review right now. I think we just had that to test it out, right?
Yes, that's right.
And so we also have a short description here of what this course is all about, including that it is accredited for IMIA and NBCMI CEUs, as well as CCHI, CEAP, CEUs as well. So if we go into this course here, Structuring Techniques for Consecutive Note-Taking, we can see our little description again. And if you scroll down, you can actually see a little bit more of a detailed description of the course. So it tells you what you actually get with these courses. It isn't just a video, it isn't just a webinar. We have lots of interactive components that we add here. So here you can see we have the video lecture, we have our note-taking practice exercises, and then we have a final assessment or a final quiz. And moving right along, if let's say you wanted to purchase this course, we're going to go ahead through the checkout process real quick. So it's actually a lot like Amazon, you know, when you just add something to your cart, you can click add to cart, and then you'll see here at the top, it says structuring techniques for consecutive note taking has been added to your cart. And from here, you can just click to go ahead and view your carts. And then here you can see if you wanted to just purchase one course, you can purchase one course. If you wanted to purchase multiple courses, you can do that as well. And we also have the ability to add coupons, which is really cool. So we're hoping to be able to offer some really unique deals, like maybe package deals. If you get multiple courses in the future, you can apply different coupons. And we'll talk a little bit more about coupons here in the future. And here is this is a single page checkout, which is really nice because we really put a lot of thought into this, because there's nothing I hate more than going to a website and I have to go through checkout page after checkout page after checkout page. So we have a single page checkout here. So you just put in your information, very short checkout page. And these are the payment methods that we accept. You can pay via PayPal. You can even do the PayPal Pay Later, which is pretty cool. Or you can pay directly with a debit or credit card through PayPal. You don't have to have a PayPal account to do this. You don't have to be logged into PayPal. You can just enter that information directly, even if you don't have a PayPal account. And the really cool thing about when you make a purchase on the Academy, if it's your first time making a purchase, you will actually automatically be logged in after completing the purchase, and it will redirect you right back to the Academy where you can access your courses. You'll also be sent a password to your email for you to be able to set up your username and password. So even though you'll automatically be logged in, all of your credentials will be sent to your email for you to be able to instantly access your course. So no delays, no waiting, instant access to your courses. I'm going to pass it off to Nanji now.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Thank you for that explanation. So after you have purchased your course, like Kelly mentioned, you are going to be automatically logged in to the website, and then you will be able to access the course immediately. But also you are going to receive an email where we are going to receive a username and password, and you can click on that email to set your password, or you can log in with the details provided. So how are you going to log in to the Academy? So let's talk about the student profile. So to access your student profile, first you have this login page, and you have to put your username or your email address, and the one that you use to register to Academy at InterpreMed, and then you're going to type in the password that you received in your email. And then you are going to click remember me, so that way you don't have to log in each and every time, but for each browser that you use is going to you're going to stay logged in that browser. And then you click the login button. After you click the login button, you're going to be able to see your student profile. For example, here we have our awesome student, or wonderful student, Kelly and Henriquez. And then Kelly will be able to edit her profile in this little blue button. She's going to change her password or any profile details, her demographics, etc. And we also have this very minimalistic approach to the number of courses that you're taking. That it's going to appear here, the number of courses that you have completed as well, and the number of certificates that you have, meaning, of course, for each completed course, you're going to get a certificate accredited by NBCMI and CCHI. And we have this very cool feature called CE Hours. So each course has been accredited by NBCMI and CCHI for recertification. So here you can easily keep track of the number of hours that you have completed with us. So I think you have to complete like 30 hours or 40 hours every 4 or 5 years, depending on which which certification body you're certified with, and you're easily able to access that information. And then you have your courses. This is the list of all the courses that you're taking. And you have a little magnifying glass that with this magnifying glass, when you have like many courses, it's going to be easy to sort through by the name and find the course that you want to review, study again, or just, for example, see the certificate. So in here, Kelly has completed the course Let's Talk Ethics, Confidentiality for Medical Interpreters. So after completing that course, she can easily access her certificate to submit it as proof to recertify herself by clicking on this green button in there. So once she clicks in that button, she's going to be able to get her certificate with her name, the name of the course, and the details such as the ID for CCHI and NBCMI. Okay. And let's talk a little bit more about the LMS features. So could you tell us, Kelly, what is an LMS?
So an LMS, we're going to go over these features, but an LMS specifically is a learning management system. So I'm not sure, a lot of people might not know this, but I have a background in web design development. I've actually used a lot of LMSs over the years. Oh my goodness, for over a decade, I've been using different LMS programs on websites. So all a learning management system is just basically a system through which to give classes, whether they be self-paced, whether they be live. A lot of us are familiar with Google Classroom. We don't use Google Classroom, we use something a little bit different. The learning management system that we use is really, really awesome. We've been through a lot with InterpreMed.com. We are currently using a learning management system. We recently migrated from another learning management system because we really like this one. And the really cool thing about this learning management system is that, well, it's really interactive and engaging. It has lots of features. Yet at the same time, it's very user-friendly. So even though it has a lot of really, really complex features, it's still user-friendly and it's still minimalistic. Has all these great features, and it's really optimized for speed. The whole website is, just to make sure that everything is going as smoothly as possible. We chose this particular learning management system. So Nanji, you wanted to give a special sneak peek of your note-taking course, correct?
Yes, that's right, because we want to show you a little bit more about how the LMS work and what are you going to be interacting with. So for example, first, you are going to see, after you purchase the course, right, doing the checkout process, you're going to be automatically logged in, and then you're going to be able to see the structure of the course, like the lessons and the course content. So in this case, in the course content, in the structuring techniques, first you have a video, which is like the 2 hours video lecture, but that's not it. You also get materials to practice on your own, to further internalize and learn the concepts that you encountered in the live meeting. So for example, each lesson is divided into topics, which are like sub-lessons. And this way, it makes the lesson more manageable, more easy to digest, and you are also able to complete the course in short assignments or short lessons that you can complete at your own pace. Also, okay, so, and then when you click on that, when you click on in one of the lessons, it's going to take you to the focus mode, which is going to show you only the content to the left, which is the same content we talked about, just a little bit more condensed. These are the units that you have to complete to get a certificate for the course. And we use different resources. Like we mentioned at the beginning, we have videos, but we also have PowerPoint slides that you're able to access and review. And after each lesson, you're going to be able to click on the green button that says Mark Complete. So that way you are able to keep track and then you can pick off where you left off the last time, and that way you can easily complete your course. And then when you click the next lesson, it's going to take you to the next lesson, whether that be a full lesson or the next topic available. So here we have also text, and the text, as you can see, we use, for example, different fonts, different exercises to help you learn the material. And also in the next slide, you're going to be able to see we have audio embedded as well, and you can use this audio. You can access this course from your mobile, from your tablet, from your computer, anywhere. It has this adaptability feature, so you can easily use it in any device. And then, of course, we have audios to help you practice on your own. And in the next slide, we also include an answer key. So one important thing for us is for you to receive feedback, because even though you are doing a self-paced course, it doesn't mean that you are alone or that you have to figure things out on your own. You are able to receive answer keys and comments, and you're also able to post your questions, your comments in the comment section. You are able to interact with the teacher and also with other students. At InterpreMed, we are very, very available to all of our students, because we like to be approachable, right? And you can ask anybody. We are always like on Facebook, on you can send us a message to our email. So we are here to help you and support you as much as we can, not only in terms of your learning, but also any technical difficulty or any help. We are here to help you, and that's why we have that comment section in there. Okay, so you can see more of the key answer, very, very detailed and thorough feedback, so you can compare what you did to our suggested answer key as well. And then we have a discussion. A lot of the times we encourage a lot of discussion, because like we mentioned, we combine the best things of self-paced learning, online learning, and live classes. So we try to merge both worlds.
Yeah, and something I'm really excited about are now, of course, we couldn't show you the actual quiz or the assessment for the course, because then we'd be giving you the answers. That's not cool. But I really like to talk about the quizzes and assessments, because I really feel like being able to engage with the content, we might be able to give you quizzes in the middle of the course just to kind of test your knowledge as you're going along. I believe Nanji's course, as well as my course that we currently have on the website, both have assessments at the end of the course to test your knowledge, make sure that you've absorbed that information. And by doing this, we are giving you a variety of question formats, not those same boring old multiple choice questions where, either they're too easy or they're too hard. We give you a variety of different question formats. We have multiple choice, we have checkbox, where if multiple answers apply, you can try that. I really like to use the sorting and matching question format. It's really, really useful with medical interpreting ethics. We also have fill in the blank questions as well, which is really great for, let's say we have medical acronyms, let's say we have particular concepts and organizations that you need to know about. Those where those fill in the blank questions come into play. And we have more question formats. And you can also check your answers. So this really depends on, the nice thing about this is Nanji and I each have a little bit of flexibility as far as how we structure the assessments. You can sometimes check the answers after each question, depending on the quiz that you're taking. Some of them will show you a summary of all of the answers at the end, but regardless, you're going to get instant detailed feedback on your answers. Most of the time, it's not just simply, hey, you got this right, hey, you got this wrong. Oftentimes, we actually go in and we make sure to give you, okay, this is why this answer is correct, this is why this answer is not correct. Things like that. So you can really, really fully engage with the learning process versus just sitting there and watching a recording and one and done, right? So we are super excited about the Academy, aren't we, Nanji?
Yes, this is very exciting. We've been working on this for months, really, and we finally made it the official launch, and we are very excited to offer all of this to our current InterpreMed members, to those who have supported us, to those who are in our newsletter. So we are actually offering a 30% discount for the first 10 enrollees. So the first 10 people who purchase one of our courses are going to get a 30% discount if they use the promo code Academy InterpreMed, all caps. So remember, we currently have 2 courses. We have Let's Talk Ethics, Confidentiality for Medical Interpreters, taught by Kelly Gresh, and we have Structuring Techniques for Consecutive Note-Taking, taught by me. So this 30% discount is only valid for the next 30 days, and it's only valid for the first 10 people who buy the course. And you can get both discounts in both courses. So I really encourage you to take advantage of this super awesome discount. Right, Kelly?
Oh yeah, and aren't we going to be sending something out to people, right?
Yes.
Sending an email?
Exactly. Yes. So for our InterpreMed members, because they have been in InterpreMed for so long, we're actually going to give them a 30% discount as well to all of them. We currently have 124 members, so all of them are going to get a 30% discount, and that's going to be sent to your newsletter. So please keep an eye on your email, the email that you use to register to interpremed.com, and also your spam folder. That's where we're going to give you the special discount for you, InterpreMed members. And we are also going to offer a discount to those of you who attended Kelly's meeting, Let's Talk Ethics, Confidentiality for Medical Interpreters, and also all of those who are in our newsletter. So if you have enrolled to our newsletter, either by our Facebook groups or by attending one of our webinars, or if you have supported us somehow, then you are going to receive also a 30% discount. Right, Kelly?
Yes, because we are incredibly grateful for all the support that we've been receiving. Heck, I even have some folks who were with me on my Patreon and then moved with me to InterpreMed, and a lot of those folks are still with us. So we're just super grateful for all of the support that we've received, and we just wanted to thank everyone with this discount that we're offering.
Yes, exactly. We are giving you a discount because we love you. I really love InterpreMed members. They have been so supportive in everything and so encouraging, and it's been an amazing journey. I didn't think that it will be this amazing, but I feel like the InterpreMed members really like what we do. They believe in what we do, and that really makes us really give our best, really make an effort to give our best to you. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we wanted to go ahead and explain our courses, right? Because we're, oh my goodness, we've been working on these courses for ages, and we're super excited to be able to offer them now.
Yes, exactly. And let me see, there is a comment in the comment section here in Facebook. It says, "Hi, Nanji, this is Anna. Just finished your note-taking course." Thank you, Anna. The Academy at InterpreMed is this website different to your interpremed.com? So the difference between interpremed.com and Academy at interpremed.com is that the Academy follows a more CU course format. So you enroll to a course and you complete it, and then you get your certificate. That's to renew your certification or to get CUs to get certified. And now with interpremed.com, think of it as your Netflix or your gym membership to train your interpreting muscles with note-taking, with site translation, consecutive exercises, with live practice meetings, which are great. And that's basically one of the differences, Kelly. Do you have anything to add, Kelly?
I would say, you don't have to purchase the courses on the Academy specifically for CEUs. I definitely know folks who've purchased CEU courses who actually aren't even certified yet and still take the CEU courses just to expand their interpreting knowledge. So these are like bite-sized courses versus InterpreMed, which is a more comprehensive membership that isn't CEU eligible, because a lot of it is just very hands-on live practice that, oh my goodness, if we were to get everything we did on InterpreMed accredited for CEUs, that would just be our full-time job, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And also, like, one of the purposes of the courses as well is that I feel there are so many things that really people need some sort of a structure, and be like this course structure, like lesson 1, lesson 2. They really need that planning, and really be to get down to the really specific things, so they can learn those skills that they need the most without having to struggle trying to do everything on their own, but rather being taken by the hand, and just we are going to help you learn this specific topic. So for example, in the future, we are planning to add topics about technology, right? Like a lot of people struggle with Zoom, and I try to be as helpful as I can be, but I cannot take 30 minutes with each and every individual to explain to them how Zoom works. So I rather create a course for them that they can access, and then I can always refer them. Oh, you have a doubt about this topic? You know what? We have a course about that. It's going to be really helpful if you do that. So it's a way to streamline all the content and all the things that we've been teaching. So that's one of the differences, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the biggest difference. Do we
Mhm.
have any other questions, or can we talk about our courses? Because I'm like really excited to talk about my course.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so the current course that I have up on the Academy is Let's Talk Ethics Confidentiality. So I did have a live webinar, and that is still publicly available, that recording. However, the interactive exercises that come with that come with the course on the Academy, as well as the ability to get a CEU certificate for it. A lot of people don't know that it does cost money to be able to get accredited for CEU. So that's the main reason why the courses are going to be on the Academy. And it is something that, you do have to pay for. But because we are able to dedicate more time to these things, we can actually create these really, really amazing interactive components to them. So Let's Talk Ethics Confidentiality is specifically examining the ethical principle of confidentiality, as outlined by what I like to call the big three medical interpreting codes of ethics. A lot of people just focus on the NCIHC, but we also have the IMIA Code of Ethics. We also have the CHIA Code of Ethics, the California Healthcare Interpreters Association. And so they each say different things about confidentiality, right? And I think those differences, as much as, they point out just how varied our obligations to confidentiality can be, it also really draws attention to some really important similarities. And in addition, I also kind of delve into laws and regulations a little bit, another one of my kind of nerdy obsessions, and talk about HIPAA. And I really simplify HIPAA and compare our ethical obligation to confidentiality with our legal obligation to confidentiality as medical interpreters. So it's really in depth. It's 2 hours, specifically talking about one ethical principle. I feel like ethics is one of those things that we hit on it when we're training for our certification exams, and then we just kind of like, almost in a way, just it kind of goes to the background, right? We focus more on terminology. So I really think it's important for us to focus on ethics. And this is my way of getting everyone excited about ethics and talking about ethics, and specifically focusing on this one ethical principle of confidentiality. But I do hope to eventually do a course for all of the ethical principles, comparing and contrasting. So this is just the first of many. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about my ethics course that I'm super excited about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this series, right? Because we're planning to do like bulk courses, like series about medical terminology, and not only medical terminology, but medical specialties, soft and hard skills needed to interpret for different medical specialties, as well as like Kelly mentioned, ethics and standards of practice. So Kelly, I'm going to read one of the questions in here. So Armani asks, do you have to be certified to join the academy? No, you don't have to be certified to join the academy. You can actually purchase any of our courses as the course that you're most interested in. As of now, anybody can enroll, and that's great. If you have a certification like Core CHI, Hub CMI, CHITM, or CMI, it's going to count towards your recertification. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But regardless, you can benefit from the learning. I think or the way that our courses are structured is to help you apply what you learn in your real life job. So it's very hands-on, right? And it's all to make you a better interpreter overall. So you don't have to be certified to join the academy. And then Ana Guinea Martin asks, how do we sign up for the academy? How do we sign up for the academy, Kelly?
So the Academy, you just have to go onto the website and you navigate to the course that you'd like to purchase. Now keep in mind that these are like bite-sized courses. It's not an entire, because InterpreMed is a membership, right? Where you have access to all of these materials for a membership fee every month, every 6 months, every year. Whereas the Academy is, you're paying for individual courses. So that way you're only paying for what specifically you're looking to study. So you just need to navigate to the website. Let me see here if I can't pull up a screenshot here. Boop, boop, boop. So this is our main page. So if you go up to the top where it says courses shop, it'll bring you to this category page. You can navigate, okay, well, I really like to, let's say I want to take a course about note-taking. Let's go ahead and take a note-taking course. You click on that note-taking category. It'll bring you to the note-taking category. As of right now, there's only one course there. We're just launching the Academy, but we have so many plans for so many different courses. Let's say you want to take this course, Structuring Techniques for Consecutive Note-Taking. You click on this guy, and that'll bring you to the page. And then you just add it to your cart, check out like we showed in the checkout process, and then it'll bring you right back to the website where you can actually access your course immediately. And then once you're logged in, you can actually go in and purchase more courses. And it'll bring you right back to the website and you can keep on taking as many courses as you like. The sky is the limit, depending upon how many courses we have on here.
Yes, thank you, Kelly. Thank you. And then Ana Guinea says something. She added in the comment section. So we purchased the course we are interested in. We do not have to sign up at all. I was planning to sign up for InterpreMed as a learning platform. Academy is course-based. Am I right? Yes, that's right. So I know this may be a little bit confusing, right? Because we have like two InterpreMeds. So yeah, so the Academy is course-based, right? Like you follow a series of steps, you complete your course, you get your certificate, and you learn something specific, something particular that interests you. InterpreMed.com, the membership, it's every like 2 months we publish a new study guide, and this study guide is about, for example, medical topics. And these medical topics, let's say for this month, we talked about dialysis. We uploaded site translation, consecutive, simultaneous, note-taking, ethics, and other useful resources to that study guide so people can practice on their own with the audios, with the translations, the transcriptions, or they can practice with live meetings that occur very often throughout the week. So for example, the Spanish team meets like 4 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and they all meet to practice. So they are all people who are working towards becoming better interpreters or getting their certification. They're working towards improving their skills on their own, like your interpretation gym. You go to the gym to improve to train your muscles and become better and stronger. So that's the idea. The idea of the Academy is actually to have, okay, Kelly, Kelly has something to say, so.
Yeah, I just want to say, so like, think about it this way. The Academy is like going to a restaurant and purchasing a single meal, right? Whereas InterpreMed is like your meal subscription service where, right? Like you get those meal boxes where like, okay, they're going to send you a new meal every week. Obviously, we don't have new materials like every week on InterpreMed, but the thing is, like, let's say you want to do CCHI or NBCMI exam prep. as long as you are a member on InterpreMed.com, you have access to those materials, to those study guides on InterpreMed. Whereas, let's say if we eventually put those on the Academy, you purchase that particular course once and you have it basically, as long as the Academy exists, it's there for you to access whenever you want. If you want your CEU certificate for it, if it's CEU certificate eligible, you get that certificate for it. That's mainly the difference between the two.
Exactly. And I think, yes, that's one of the differences. And I think like a lot of sometimes I want to teach something, but I do not find a way to teach it in InterpreMed, because we already have so much content, so much to cover. And these are very specific details that I think you need to talk about them in depth, right? It's not something that you can brush it, like just brush the topic and move on. It's something that you really need to talk about in depth, very specific. It's like, okay, for example, I want to learn about note-taking, right? What do I have to do? Where do I start? In InterpreMed, we have resources available to do that, okay? But the difference is that in the Academy, you will be able to really, really narrow down the things that you have to focus on step by step by step, following a program, following a schedule, and then you get a certificate. So I believe that maybe this is something that is worth talking about more in another time, because it seems there is some confusion as to why InterpreMed and why the Academy. It's because sometimes some topics you really need to focus on them for a certain period of time, and you need to have a certain structure. And on InterpreMed is more it's more a friendly, like informal environment where people get to practice together, while the Academy, you pick your course, you pick a specific skill, and you receive feedback on that, and you do the exercises, and on top of that you get your CEUs. So I think in the future it's worth like having a more in-depth conversation about this, right, Kelly? Because
yeah, definitely. I'm just really excited about that analogy of, like, you know, InterpreMed is like HelloFresh or Blue Apron, and you know, the Academy is like you go to a restaurant and you have the meal at the restaurant, and that to me is like, I love that comparison.
yes, I think that's a very good comparison. That's a very good comparison. So let's see. Let's see if we have any more comments in the chat. Okay, so I think we don't have any more questions. So
Yeah, definitely feel free to message us, or you know, comment on this video. Reach out to, we have so many different ways people can reach out to us. Feel free to reach out to us and we'll be sure to answer your questions, any questions you might have. If you think about them after the fact, I know that always happens to me, is I don't have any questions in the moment, but then afterwards I'm like, oh shoot, I should have asked that question. We're available, we're here for you, we're here to answer your questions.
Okay, so thank you so much for staying until the very end. And oh, we have one more question, please, Armani. Okay, we are here, Armani. Go ahead. Yep. Armani has a question. Maybe there is a delay in the chat, I think.
Possible. It's because I said the thing about like, ah, man, I know, like, I don't have a question in the moment, and the second it ends, I'm always like, oh, I got a question. Oh, wait, they ended it. Don't worry, we're here for you. We'll wait.
Yes, we are going to wait. Will the CEUs be used after I get certified? That's a very good question. Do you know that the answer to that question, Kelly?
So the thing is that on the CEU certificates, they're going to have a particular date that you took the course. I do believe, like, let's say if you take the course and then you become certified, I'm not sure if you completed it before the date of your certification, if that's something that you're going to be able to apply towards your certification later. You can always retake the course. Now, if you retake the course, that doesn't mean that you have to repay for the course. It just means that you have to go through the motions of the course again. And then at that point, it will generate an additional certificate for you with a different date, the date that you took it. So I think it's really helpful to revisit topics. I've definitely taken, oh my goodness, on mental health, how many CEU courses have I taken? And a lot of them cover the same information. So as long as the date on the CEU certificate is after your date of certification, I think we'll have to look into that a little bit more. We'll be sure to give you a more accurate, more detailed answer in the future. But I believe Naji has something to say about that potentially.
Yes, exactly. So if you have a core CHI certification, or if you have a hub CMI certification, remember that you have a certification, okay? And that certification can be renewed, because what about all the other languages that don't have oral exams? They have to take CEUs and they are accredited for those CEUs. So those, if you have a core CHI or hub CMI, it counts towards your certification because you already have one. Now, and the other thing, like Kelly mentioned, once you purchase the course is there like forever for you. So you can always restudy the course, right? You can always complete the quiz again. And every time you complete the quiz, it generates a new date on the certificate, because it generates the certificate automatically. So you can always do that. And you know what, maybe, what about the ethics course? It's going to help you with your exam. It's going to help you with the written exam. What about the note-taking course? It's going to help you with the oral exam. So it's not only the money invested, but the knowledge acquired. And then in the future, once you take the quiz again, it's going to update the date. So you have nothing to lose by studying the course now, I think.
Yeah, and now I will say, don't be tricky and try and, every 4 or 5 years, when it's time for you to renew your CEUs, go ahead and regenerate your certificate. That is not something that you can do. But if before you are certified, you take the course and then you get certified and then you take the course again, I don't see why that wouldn't be CEU eligible.
Exactly. Okay, so do you have any other? Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here. Sarah, she gave me so many great ideas for the menu on InterpreMed. She also really gave me the idea of having different languages in the tab. So yes, she's the one.
Because we've been working on that menu. We've been working on it.
Yeah, so Sarah is very supportive and she's really nice. So thank you for being here, Sarah.
Yes, thank you, Sarah.
Okay, so let's just wait like a couple of seconds, because sometimes you have a last minute question.
Right.
Otherwise, we are going to end the live stream. And then, if you have any questions or any comments, you can go to academy.interpremed.com. You can email us at interpremedtrain@gmail.com. Or you can just go to the academy.interpremed.com and click contact, and we are there, okay? Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, everybody. Thank you for your questions. So we're going to end the live stream now. If you have any more questions, please feel free to add them. We read the questions later, okay? So goodbye, everybody. Bye.